Over the past few years, TikTok has given us some fun trends, like, what is your Roman Empire? Or we listen, we don't judge. Some of them are health trends. They've got benefits, but some can be dangerous, like the no sunscreen challenge or the budget Ozempic trend. That was a bad idea. A survey from last year shows that 56% of Gen Zers turn to TikTok for health and wellness advice. And now there's a new trend called fibermaxxing. It's getting a lot of attention. It involves eating foods high in fiber, like chia seeds and strawberries, raspberries, to help with digestion and weight loss. Is this a good idea, though? Is eating so much fiber so fast a good idea? Ashlee Carnahan, a registered dietitian with Henry Ford Health, has all the answers for us. You brought some props. First of all, thank you for being a real licensed person and not a TikTok trend.
Yes, of course.
That must be very frustrating.
Well, that's part of the role, and I love educating the public and giving them science-based answers, so thank you for
How often are the TikTok trends just way off the mark?
I mean, there's always some truth to it, right?
Okay,
But you always want to reach out, if it's a nutrition thing, to your registered dietitian to get the right facts.
Okay, so let's talk about fibermaxxing. I'm assuming at some point too much is too much, right?
Absolutely, and I think the key here is fiber is great for you and it's healthy, and most of us don't get enough.
Right.
But you got to do it slowly. You can't just start going crazy, because what happens is you can cause a lot of GI upset. And I also want to point out, if you have a chronic GI condition, please speak with your provider, a registered dietitian, before you start increasing your fiber. Okay,
so this trend is basically saying eat all the fiber you can, just max it out. You're saying kind of slowly build up, or is there like a limit?
Yes, you want to slowly build up, because you can limit your fiber to a certain degree. Most of the time it's fine if you get 25 to 38 grams of fiber. That's what we should be getting here as Americans.
Okay.
Most of us do not.
Okay.
But if you start exceeding that, that's when you might start seeing that big time GI upset.
Okay.
If you don't do it gradually. And while you're doing this, making sure you're drinking a lot of water is definitely helpful.
So when you say GI upset, not to get too graphic here, but we're talking about constipation, right?
Yep, or diarrhea. Insoluble or soluble fiber could do either one of the two.
Okay, so two way opposite end of the spectrum then, but both are a problem.
Yes.
Don't laugh, Michelle.
But it's great for you. Things like raspberries, they provide a lot of fiber, and not to mention a lot of great nutrition, a lot of antioxidants that help you with fighting chronic conditions. So there is some great benefits to adding more fiber in your diet, but just do it slowly and speak with your professional to make sure your registered dietitian can guide you in the right path.
Don't just shove it all in your mouth at the same time.
Right.
So you said 28 to 30 grams per day. Is that what?
25 to 30.
25 to 30.
Yep, and that's between men and women. Yeah.
Okay.
So again, not everybody's an individual, right? And that's why it's important to make sure that you speak with your registered dietitian to get the exact amount that would provide you.
So in front of us here, what combination is a good one?
All of them, really. And to be honest with you, I added all this up, and this would be just maxing our fiber. This is about 38 grams of fiber.
Oh, so all of this?
All of this, yes. But that is if you eat the sweet potato skin.
Oh,
so most of us don't eat our potato skins, but
right.
that's where all the nutrition is. And honestly, it's good.
You can't eat the skin?
I love it.
Because when I do it, I get weird looks.
You know what I do? I eat the skin first, and I take out the potato because I fill up on the healthy stuff first. And I like it, especially if a baked potato is cooked well.
Right.
It tastes good.
So the skin is better for you than what's inside?
I mean, I don't want to use the word better, but it's definitely got some great benefits.
I like it. Okay, so all of this could be your daily fiber intake.
Yeah, this could be your daily fiber intake.
I see avocado.
Yes, and
I would not think of that as good fiber.
It is actually. So 1/2, this is a small avocado, so we would say 2 of these would be about 5 grams of fiber.
Oh, no kidding.
And that's great on salads, right? Slice some avocado, even on your turkey sandwich. And again, it's providing some other great benefits along with the fiber. It's giving you those healthy fats.
Gotcha. See, she's slipping the sandwich thing. She heard about the sandwiches that were coming. Okay, we're going to take a short 90-second break. We'll come back right after this. Welcome back to Local 4 Live, everybody. Talking with registered dietitian at Henry Ford Health, Ashlee Carnahan. Thank you again for joining us. So we've talked about the great things that you can do to get more fiber into your diet. Maybe not max out though, 38 tops, probably for men, right?
Right.
Now let's talk about the preparation though, because the way you cook this depends, changes the nutrients, right?
It can. The thing is, what's important is the spinach, for example.
Okay.
Right? We have 1 cup of raw spinach, but if you cook spinach, it'd be a 1/2 cup. So you would actually need a little less, but you would still get the fiber.
Why is that?
It shrinks down.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science here, Nick. I got it.
And
It's
you know
smaller.
what's really nice, and I do this with my kids as well with the spinach, is I secretly add it into pasta. So they get a little bit of green stuff and they don't realize it. And same goes for, you know, I want to point out the apple skins. I think parents so often just peel their kids' apples or pears and just let them eat the skin. They'll eventually like it, I promise.
Right. So, you know, part of the trend has to do with weight loss. Is there some connection between the amount of fiber you're taking in to weight loss?
I think that if you fill up on fiber, you're less likely to fill up on those goodies like candy, cookies, cakes, right? Because fiber does make us full and it stays in our system longer. So I think that definitely could help with the weight loss. But you know, fiber is also a great thing. It could help lower your cholesterol, your blood sugars, if you have diabetes. You know, there's a lot of great benefits to fiber along with potential weight loss.
So it's not necessarily the nutrients in the fibers, it's the fact that it's just making us a little more full.
Right, and there is good nutrients in the foods that have fiber though, right? Yeah.
In general terms, you know, I think that it is often overlooked at how a well-balanced meal can contribute to a healthy life. Do you have that kind of issue where people just don't realize that all of the different things that we're eating can lead to chronic issues later on in your life?
Yes, and you know, the first thing I do is I tell my patients, start with adding more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Most Americans do not, like I said, get enough fiber or fruits and vegetables, which is what fiber is most of the time. We didn't talk about beans, but that's another great place to get fiber.
Okay, any beans?
Yeah, pinto, black beans, chickpeas are great. Another thing.
Garbanzo?
Yeah, all of them are very healthy, and all of them contribute to a plant-based diet
Okay.
for protein as well. But again, leading to the extra vegetables, extra fruit, that's a great place to start. If you want to make changes to your diet, adding that extra fruit a day or adding that extra vegetable a day is a great gradual process to provide you an overall healthy diet, right? And that's where most of us are lacking, is those fruits and vegetables.
Right. Okay. So one last thing on fibermaxxing. Then we've talked about complications of in GI. Can there be more serious issues if we have too much of this?
It could eventually, if you're not drinking enough water and you're maxing out above 38 grams of fiber per day, it can cause chronic constipation, potentially nutrient loss, because again, if you have constipation, you're not absorbing some of that nutrients that you need, your intestine.
Right.
So it can, over a long-term period of time, but again, if you do it gradually and you stick to 25 to 38 grams, you're probably okay, because that's where most of us should be anyways.
Right. How do I know how much fiber is in this broccoli? Like, what's the best way for me to measure and calculate this stuff?
So generally speaking, you can always read the nutrition label, look at the serving size, the grams of fiber, because every food is a little bit different, right? So I can't, but as far as broccoli goes, I would say 5 grams per a half a cup, or that would be like an average, although raspberries are a little bit higher. That's like 8 or 9 grams per. So again, looking at your food label,
but it's all on the label there.
It should be on the label, total fiber content, and that actually helps you look at the other overall picture
what
of
else is in
the
here?
nutrient profile,
right.
But again, the fresh food, that's always going to have more fiber than like your processed foods, right? So generally speaking, fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, 100% whole wheat bread, those are all going to contain fiber.
Gotcha. Okay. You want to stick around for some sandwiches, see how much fiber's in them?
I mean, I don't mind.
Throw some avocado on there. Okay.
Avocado.
Ashley, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.